seems a little the same level
Part 14.
of competition.
Yeah, the competition. Yeah, the higher up the classifications, the steeper the learning curve and the steeper the steps.
Right. In a way, you're almost getting closer to a kind of a college almost atmosphere.
Yeah. Well, look at Tim. Look, he stepped up from 2A to 6A and had success.
Right. But at the same time, you're almost competing with other parts of your school for talent.
True. Basketball, baseball, softball, track, tennis, golf, etc.
Soccer, yeah.
Soccer.
Yeah, or, and you've got, your classical things too in terms of, music and other things.
Band, cheerleading, choir.
If there's a kid that's pretty
drama
talented,
club.
If they're pretty talented but pretty smart, well, he's doing other things, even though he's got some athletic ability. You're like, well, yeah, it's just not really.
Yeah.
I've got all this other stuff I can do. Why would I play football? And then for some of your other kids who would really be great athletes at a 3A school or a 4A school, but they, they're running third string at, your 6A school. So like, well,
I always had those thoughts in my head.
I don't ever get to play. I'll just go do, I'm just not going to play. I'm just going to get out of the program.
Yeah.
What's that?
I always thought about that. I wonder how good I could have been at somewhere like, say, a Mount Ida or Horatio or Foreman or Dirks or something like that.
Sure.
I always wonder how good could I have been.
Yeah.
Because I talked to I think Pete Rose. I asked him once how good was I really in school. He says I wasn't. He said I was a decent ball player. It was just I was buried on a depth chart. I was never going to go anywhere.
Right.
I was just a plug and play guy. I was just a practice squad guy.
Right.
But if I'd been in a smaller school, I think I might have been okay.
Sure. Yeah, I worry about that too. I mean, if at other schools I'd have been a starter, whereas at Mena I was a second string.
Yeah.
And second string and specialty player. Second string and special teams. That's all I played. Okay.
I had fairly good hands. I think I might have made a pretty good tight end at a 2 or 3A school.
Mm-hmm.
Mansfield. Might have played at Mansfield.
Yeah. I think I'd have been better on defense, back me up as a linebacker.
Yeah.
Something like that. Because whenever we went from a 4 down front, a 4-2 to a 4-4 or a 3-4, and at defensive end, I got backed up to a linebacker spot. But that didn't happen until I was a senior. But whenever that did happen, I had some phenomenal games from when I got backed up off the line.
Yeah.
Quickness and speed. Well, if I'd have been smart enough to have moved into a linebacker spot prior to that, might have had the potential to either start or play a lot more. I never utilized my speed.
Yeah.
Or the coach never utilized my speed. Usually, I think coaches have a responsibility there too to their players to say, you've got these other abilities. Why don't we move you? Why don't you try this other position for a little bit? Yeah, but I had some fantastic games playing an outside linebacker type spot.
Like in 8th grade, I got moved to tight end from quarterback, and I would love, but I was backed up on a depth chart. We had like 3 or 4 good tight ends on the roster,
right.
So I never got a chance to play tight end that much. I was a blocking tight end, but
right.
I had great hands.
Right.
I think I would have made a great high school tight end.
I started out as tight end in junior high. Very first, I think 6th grade, 7th grade. Then I think 8th grade. It was. I got moved to guard, and then stayed there and played guard in 9th grade and then also high school.
Yeah, I always think I might have made a pretty good tight end. I had some great hands.
I had speed. I don't know if I ever had good hands.
I could catch really well. I had a big body too. I was like 240 pounds in the 8th grade, so I thought at 5'9".
8th grade, I think I was 110. 9th grade, I think I was like 120 or so.
Yeah, I always like to assume what a really, no offense to Coach Hare, no offense to him whatsoever. would always wondered what a really creative offensive minded coach could have done with someone like me of my size.
Right.
Big, got a little bit of quickness, got some really good hands. I think just line me up out there, stick me on some small, tiny cornerback, and throw it to me and see what happens.
Right.